Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
I have heard about Babaji in the young age, and when I was traveling in Himalayas just before the Kedarnath, there is a place called Gauri Kund. One day suddenly in the evening, a bright young sadhu walking towards me, then he smiled and he gave me this name which I am carrying now, Paramahamsa Nithyananda.
The spiritual name is useful in three ways. One, this is the path for you to travel. Second, that is the goal you need to achieve. Third, it's my blessing. You will travel in that path and achieve that goal. The spiritual name is creating a new being. The spiritual name I give you is the space you are supposed to create within you.
I have heard about Babaji in the young age, and when I was traveling in Himalayas just before the Kedarnath, there is a place called Gauri Kund. One day suddenly in the evening, a bright young sadhu walking towards me, then he smiled and he gave me this name which I am carrying now, Paramahamsa Nithyananda.
The spiritual name is useful in three ways. One, this is the path for you to travel. Second, that is the goal you need to achieve. Third, it's my blessing. You will travel in that path and achieve that goal. The spiritual name is creating a new being. Each spiritual name I give you is the space you are supposed to create within you.
I have heard about Babaji in the young age, and when I was traveling in Himalayas just before the Kedarnath, there is a place called Gauri Kund. One day suddenly in the evening, a bright young sadhu walking towards me, then he smiled and he gave me this name which I am carrying now, Paramahamsa Nithyananda.
The spiritual name is useful in three ways. One, this is the path for you to travel. Second, that is the goal you need to achieve. Third, it's my blessing. You will travel in that path and achieve that goal. The spiritual name is creating a new being. Each spiritual name I give you is the space you are supposed to create within you.
What I mean by the word E-Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, lit literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is E-Kailasa. E-Kailasa. What I mean by the word E-Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is E-Kailasa. What I mean by the word E-Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is E-Kailasa. I welcome all of you, the whole world, to come and celebrate, enjoy not only the enlightenment ecosystem, the beauty of how it is getting revived. Be an insider for this great revival process. If you are an insider even for a startup company, you will understand not only the result of the company, even that being an insider is such a joy. Being an insider when it was happening is something extraordinary. So, I welcome all of you to come and be part of an insider of this revival of Kailasa, the enlightenment ecosystem, sovereign order of Kailasa, Kailasa nation itself. I request and welcome, invite all of you to become E-Kailasian, get your free e-passport and make billions receive this free e-passport.
Om Nithyananda
Nithyanandam. My name is Manitya Yoga Pranananda. I'm 13 years old and I'm a Balasant of the Nithyananda Gurukul.
Nithyanandam. I'm Manitya Virjananda and I'm 15 years old and I'm a Balasant of the Nithyananda Gurukul.
Today, we'll be sharing about how the peat industry affects the water in our world and how we are drinking all that water with so much of pollution. Raising animals for food is one of the biggest causes of water pollution in the industrialized world. The bacteria, pesticides, and antibiotics are found in their feces, and their chemicals can have catastrophic effects on the ecosystems surrounding large farms. In some countries, animals raised for food produce 130 times the excrement of humans who live there. Much of the waste from the factory farms and abattoirs flow into streams and rivers, contaminating water sources. As you can see a picture below.
The massive amounts of feces produced by animals on farms spills over into the waterways, contaminating the water and making people sick. So these animal feces gets spills into the waterways, gets spills in the river, to the ponds, into waterways, which gets contaminated, and we humans drinking it makes us sick. So you can see over here a picture, the bacteria of unwanted bacteria which is produced in the animal feces, which is harmful for the human beings.
Fishing is causing serious damage to marine environments worldwide. In the past 50 years, the fishing industry has exterminated 90% of large fish populations, and today, 13 of the world's 17 major fisheries are depleted or in serious decline. Fishing nets capture all the animals in their path, and for every fish that ends up on a plate, many other animals were caught in the nets and killed. During 1 year alone, an average of 16 kilograms of fish were sold per person worldwide. In the same year, 200 kilograms of marine animals per person were hauled up and discarded as bycatch.
In the past 50 years, the fishing industry has exterminated 90% of large fish populations, and today 13 of the world's 70 major fisheries are depleted or in serious decline.
As you can see, the picture below describes exactly in 1995, an 8-acre hog waste lagoon in North Carolina burst, sending 25 million gallons of manure into the New River. The result was 10 million dead fish and the closure of 364,000 acres of coastal wetlands to shell fishing. In 1999, Hurricane Floyd caused the collapse of 5 manure lagoons and the flooding of 47 others in North Carolina.
Past hurricanes, including the Matthew in 2016, caused numerous spills from sewage treatment plants and livestock farms, complicating the task of cleaning up after the storm.
As you can see the picture below of dead animals in the water. CAFOs use antibiotics, hormones, and other drugs to encourage and speed the growth of animals, and are guilty of air, land, and water pollution. The amount of concentrated waste they produce is mind boggling. According to the Union of Concerned Scientists, CAFOs produce over 300 million tons of waste per year, twice the amount of waste produced by the human population of US. But whereas there are sewage treatment plants that deal with human waste, there are nothing analogous for animal waste. CAFOs Manure is stored in large manure lagoons and sprayed on the nearby fields as fertilizers. But the land simply cannot absorb that much waste. The spray fields run off and the lagoons leak, run off, or sometimes fail, polluting both surface waters and groundwater.
Disease causing pathogens like E. coli and parasites such as Cryptosporidium and Giardia are transmitted through contaminated water. Such deadly diseases like Cryptosporidium and Giardia has been transmitted through the water, which basically makes us into sick.
This is the water which we drink every day. And this is the result of why people get sick. And it is all caused by the meat industry. At this point, you're probably wondering how CAFOs get away with polluting our water resources. The Federal Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, regulates CAFOs through the Clean Water Act, CWA, and the Clean Air Act, which are supposed to monitor and control the animal waste and pollution from factory farms. The CWA permits the CAFOs to discharge waste into surface waters only according to strict rules of the National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System.
CAFOs, which is concentrated animal feeding operation, with their economy of scale, appear to keep meat prices affordable. But they are actually paying much more for our meat through the hidden cost of subsides, air, soil, and water pollution, harm to local communities and our public health. The best solution is to stop eating meat.
One of the nation's most serious and persistent threats to clean drinking water is pollution from factory farms runoff. And the agriculture sector is the greatest source of nutrient pollution to the global freshwater supplies. Meat companies use water throughout their operations and supply chains, from animal feed and production to animal slaughtering and processing.
Industrial livestock operation produce 1 billion ton of phosphorus and nitrogen-rich waste annually in the US alone. In the United States, this negatively impacts the water quantity of 145,000 miles of rivers and streams, nearly 1 million acres of lakes, reservoirs, and ponds, and more than 300 square miles of bays.
Your vote really matters. Your vote can change what is happening in the world right now. Even the drinking water which you drink is contaminated with all these bacteria just because of the meat industry and just because of all what they're doing.
Your vote matters. Understand, by eating meat, you you are getting the animal bacteria in you, which basically affects your health, and the feces given out by the animals is being mixed into in the waterways, and which comes to us as a drinking water, and at the end affects our own health.
Your vote matters. If you want to change what is happening right now, please vote. Please whip out your phones and cast the vote at http://kailasa.org/kailasa voting /1. Please cast your vote, and this can really change the world. Thank you, Nithyanandam.
One change can save our planet. Can save our forests. Want to know how? Do you know what pollutes the planet the most? What contributes almost as much to greenhouse gas emissions as all the world's planes, trains, and automobiles combined? It's the meat industry. Farmlands for the meat industry is the major reason for deforestation, which is melting our glaciers, melting our Mother Earth itself. What is your choice? Veg or non-veg? Your vote can save our planet. Cast your vote now. One change can save our planet. Can save our forests. Want to know how? Do you know what pollutes the planet the most? What contributes almost as much to greenhouse gas emissions as all the world's planes, trains, and automobiles combined? It's the meat industry. Farmlands for the meat industry is the major reason for deforestation, which is melting our glaciers, melting our Mother Earth itself. What is your choice? Veg or non-veg? Your vote can save our planet. Cast your vote now. One change can save our planet. Can save our forests. Want to know how? Do you know what pollutes the planet the most? What contributes almost as much to greenhouse gas emissions as all the world's planes, trains, and automobiles combined? It's the meat industry. Farmlands for the meat industry is the major reason for deforestation, which is melting our glaciers, melting our Mother Earth itself. What is your choice? Veg or non-veg? Your vote can save our planet. Cast your vote now.
नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्याधिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि.
Nithyanandam.
This is Manitya Tattva Priyananda.
And this is Nithyananda joining with you all in our today's segment of Pre Satsang.
We are going to be sharing with you some of the most hidden and most dangerous facts about what the meat industry is doing to our planet.
In each aspect, be it global warming, be it extinction of species, animals, animal farming, and slaughtering of animals. And do you know, your one plate of fish is killing the ocean. Your one plate of meat is destroying the planet. And in turn, this is adversely affecting each of you, your future generation, your friends, your family, for you to get one safe glass of drinking water. There is so much of damage that is being done to water bodies, to reservoirs, to lakes, to oceans. We are killing the ocean. For your one plate of tasty meat, we are destroying Mother Earth. We all saw in the previous segments how the water pollution is happening due to meat industries. But do you also know the amount of fish farming that is happening and how that is affecting the ocean and its ecosystem?
We have a small video for all of us to watch on how the overfishing is directly, adversely impacting the ocean, impacting the whole planet Earth itself. And all of you have the power to change this. Go to kailasa.org/kailasa-voting-1 and cast your vote now.
By far and away, the biggest factor in terms of this mass extinction is destroying natural habitat or converting natural habitat into land for food.
The more dependent we are on meat, milk, and eggs, the greater the CO2 and methane emissions. Cattle and ruminants of all kinds produce methane as a byproduct of breaking down grass and other things that they feed on.
So the contractions are pushing this gas out from the stomach, going through here in the one-way valve.
Yes, and after this we collect inside the bag.
So how long has that bag been collecting gas?
Only 2 hours.
Methane is something like 22 times more potent as a climate-changing gas than is CO2. So it doesn't take very much methane to make a difference.
A cow can basically fill up a 55-gallon garbage bag full of methane every day. One cow's not a problem, but now we have 1.5 billion of them. And it's an incredibly inefficient way of producing food. 3/4 of agricultural land is used just to feed livestock. When you factor in everything, the clearing of the land for grazing, feeding, transporting, livestock causes more greenhouse gases than all the direct emissions from the entire transportation sector.
I don't think it's a competition between these problems. I don't think one could be put above the other. It's like saying, well, is global warming worse than ocean acidification, or is fishing all the big fish in the sea worse than polluting it? And I think it'd be foolish to try and single out any one of them to say this is how we're going to fix the planet's problems. We need to fight them on all fronts.
The number of overfished stocks globally has tripled in half a century. And today, fully one third of the world's assessed fisheries are currently pushed beyond their biological limits, according to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. Understand? These statistics are, see, especially when we see some stats like this, which is talking about more globally, we think it is affecting someone else and not us. But what we are forgetting is each of these are directly impacting us. Do you know, every time there is an ocean dead zone that's caused because of overfishing, where because so many fishes are fished off, and because the meat industry is contributing so much to global warming, the water temperature raises up so high that water gets deoxygenated. When water gets deoxygenated, the whole world suffers its impacts. Every ocean dead zone caused. In 1990s, there was only one ocean dead zone. Today, it is already more than 400. And in these ocean dead zones, there are absolutely no plants or fishes, nothing that can grow over there. No planktons, which adversely affects in the oxygen levels dropping. We are seeing its impacts directly today. We are seeing it, seeing how the climate is so unpredictable. We are seeing how the global warming is happening. The glaciers are melting, how the temperatures are rising so high. As you all are listening, you all can just go to Twitter and tweet using the hashtag Hindu votes are sacred. If you want to share any fact, any shocking fact with all of us.
Our Mother Earth is getting destroyed in a rapid rate. Remember, today you might brush it aside thinking it is somewhere in the globe that's happening. No, it is nearing you, in your vicinity. The water that you drink contains so much of contamination. Why? Because of the meat industry. The ocean that you go to with your kids to play in, that is damaged, destroyed. Why? Because of the meat industry. Everywhere in your vicinity, in your locality, right now, you all can take a few minutes to just go up and see in your localities what are all the water bodies that are there. And do you think they're all fresh? And do you think, leave alone being it fresh, do you think they will survive for your future generations? Please take a 2 minutes and let us all take responsibility to stop this crime. And yes, you have the power to change this. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, has taken the responsibility on himself, giving a platform to the global Hindus, the 2 billion of us worldwide. And if you voice, by you voting, you are giving your voice. You are becoming a part in leading this change to the humanity. Go ahead to kailasa.org/kailasa-voting-1. And once, if you have already voted, please go ahead and tweet with hashtag Hindu votes are sacred. We request everyone to tweet with hashtag Hindu votes are sacred and let us know. For each of us, for your next generation, for a better tomorrow for you and your children and your friends and family. It is time that you take responsibility. Let us all get together to lead a change, to gift a world that is better for our future generations.
I'm seeing now the votes for stopping the meat industry is increasing. It's wonderful that so many of us are starting to take responsibility to stop this hazardous, dangerous killing of the planet that's happening now. Overfishing is also closely tied to the bycatch, the capture of unwanted sea life while fishing for a different species. This too is a serious marine threat that causes the needless loss of billions of fish along hundreds of thousands of sea turtles and cetaceans. Understand? I just wanted to tell all of you, what does this term mean, bycatch? I hope most of us are familiar with this, where thousands, thousands of fishes, if not even millions of fishes, are caught while they're hunting for some other species. Let's say they're hunting for squids. So when they're trying to catch squids, they along with the squids, there are many other marine lives that are caught too, be it sea turtles or sometimes even dolphins. So many fishes are caught. They're instantly thrown into instant freezers directly. So the whole thing has a connection where from the fishing net, they're just pumped into the ship where they're thrown into instant freezers. After that, which animal they wanted to catch alone is separated, and the rest, dead bodies, are thrown into the ocean. Understand? Dead bodies of so many animals are thrown back into the ocean. What will happen in this rate? And every day, billions, not just in thousands or not just hundreds or thousands. Just imagine and see, literally 5 billion people are eating meat and eating fishes. The demand is so high. So, what they do to these fishes, how they cast them down in the ocean, is unimaginable. Only if you see, we have actually a short video for all of you to see how this whole thing is done. How the dumping of large batches of fishes into the ocean, how they just throw the dead bodies of these fishes and marine animals back into the ocean. What for so many millions of fishes and other marine animals need to die? This is seriously impacting the climate. This is seriously impacting the food chain. The food chain gets broken. Once the food chain is broken, just imagine and see how it adversely affects the global temperature, climate, everything. We're seeing it. Many environmental organizations are hiding this from us because it's their vested interest to have the non-veg industry up. But we cannot allow that to continue. Just take a moment right now. Go to kailasa.org/kailasa voting -1 and cast your vote now. I'm seeing a few of you have started going and making responsible decisions by choosing option C. That's wonderful. I request everyone to go and cast your vote now. Please go to kailasa.org/kailasa voting -1 and tweet your opinions right now on Twitter and receive our live response using the hashtag Hindu votes are sacred.
Let's wake up before it's too late. Let's realize planet Earth does not belong to humans alone. There are so many species, there are so many plants, animals that unfortunately have no one to voice. They have no one as a voice. They have no option, they have no way for them to get protected. All around the globe because of politics of the meat industry, the world, planet Earth is getting destroyed. Unfortunately, humans, we hijacked the planet and making thousands of species homeless, lifeless, dead. One of the chief consequences of industrial fishing is that some species have been overfished to the point of near extinction. Perhaps the best known example of this comes from the Atlantic cod. The industrial fishing has led to extinction of so many fishes, so many species. And I'm sure all of us are aware that currently our way of fishing is not, we do not have a well developed equipment where you pick and choose only one species and take, but we just for us to enjoy a plate of fish that we want, we just throw kilometers or long net and fish them at mass, and many go extinct. I think we all need to wake up before it's too late. Let's watch a short video, which exposes some of the most shocking facts to all of us about the fishing and fishing industry.
The Annie Helena is a super trawler, or factory vessel. These vessels are designed to maximize their catch in the shortest amount of time. When we arrive on the scene, it had already pulled up its net, so we decided to follow its path to see if anything was left behind. To have a global view, we launched the drone on its track. At 150 meters high, we discovered patches of thousands of dead fish, killed for no reason. At dawn, our small boats are on their way to observe how the ship operates. It's scary to watch. The size of the net, the giant vacuum that sucks up the fish from the net and sends it straight to the fish holds. All these birds diving on the net to try and catch pieces of leftover fish scraps also sometimes get caught up in the process. This is the true face of industrial fishing. Effortlessly emptying the ocean on a giant scale to provide our supermarkets with cheap fish, to make surimi and fish meal to feed farm salmon and factory-raised chickens. The heavy price is paid by the ocean. The captain of the Annie Helena is not happy to see us around. They pull up their net and start charging at us full speed straight for the Sam Simon. An 86-meter ship charging a 56-meter ship can cause a lot of damage in the case of a collision. They are trying to intimidate us, but they obviously don't know who we are. This attitude only reinforces our determination.
All of us have the power to stop this right now. Each one of us have that power. Understand, how do you feel when you see such huge nets that are just thrown in the ocean? How does it feel for you inside your heart? I'm sure none of us, even the people who eat meat, would have never imagined this. Nobody knows because it's always hidden. Everyone, moment we say the term fishing, all of us imagine it's as if it's like two people on one boat with a fishing rod. that is just put and one or two fishes that just get caught up. No, it's an industry. Imagine and see what kind of a torture that they are put through. Just imagine and see. Imagine and see how many species are getting destroyed. So many species of fishes are already extinct. I read in an article where once in the East Coast, the cords were so much that just in 1990s, the cords used to be in so, like, they used to be so much that people used to say that you can just walk over their backs on the ocean. The ocean used to be filled with cords. Today, you need to go to the depths of the ocean to find cords. Cords are almost extinct. And imagine and see in just 20 years what harm has been caused by this mass industrial fishing. Your vote can change this. It's wonderful to see so many of you going and voting now. Many of us are starting to make the right decision by choosing the option C. Option C, the votes are increasing. I request everyone whoever is watching this video right now, even if you have gone and already cast your vote, please share this with your friends. Let them go and cast their vote. Let them also voice. This planet is where all of us live. We cannot destroy her. Just imagine and see what kind of a planet do you want to leave back for your children? Is this what you want to give back to your children?
It's time we think, it's time we change, and it's high time we wake up. We wake up to the truth. We wake up to every happening of destruction around the world. The seafloor trawling, in which equipment is pulled across the seafloor to catch bottom-dwelling fish, decreases the biomass and production of benthic species. The practice also destroys corals, oysters, and sponge that form the productive marine habitats. The impacts of destruction can be far-reaching, and unfortunately, many of us are not aware, because all that we see is going to the shop, buying fish, buying your meat, eating, and enjoying your life. But you do not know at what cost is all this being done. The meat industry that's driven by chronic capitalism, the meat industry that's being driven by cheap politics, hides these shocking facts, does everything to give you the meat because you, the consumer, are their money vending machines. This whole cycle starts from us. Me, you, all of us are responsible for the destruction that's happening to Mother Earth. There might be many of you, youngsters, who are watching this and who are just wondering. Understand, for us to have a better planet tomorrow, let alone the next generation, for us to see a world tomorrow, we may not have Amazon, we may not have these beautiful oceans. All the coral reefs might get destroyed too soon, even before we can wake up. But now we have a huge opportunity. Imagine if the 2 billion of us, the Hindus, you might be any religion, you might have been born in any religion, any place, any locality. But right now, if you are watching this, you can voice, you can vote. And your vote can stop this hazardous crime that's directly killing our planet. Go ahead to kailasa.org/kailasa-voting-1. I request every one of you, please cast your vote, because that alone has a strength, that alone has the power and ability to voice against these cruel meat industries that are taking a toll on planet Earth. You and me might not have a good place to live. We will not have, already we are in a state where we need to go buy pure air at many places. And already we are in a place where we need to buy water, pure water, which unfortunately is also not pure. We might end up not having oceans. We might end up not having proper ecosystem or habitat that makes the ocean pure, that makes the ocean survive. But now oceans are dying.
Understand? Your vote has that power. Your one vote, it's just on your fingertips. You have the power to change this hazardous killing of our planet that's happening. Understand, I don't even want to say it's murderous. It's suicidal. It's suicidal because when you kill the planet, you're going to kill yourself. Let us stop being suicidal. Let us stop killing ourselves by killing the planet. Your vote matters because your vote has the power to stop this right now. What responsibility Swamiji has taken upon himself is something too vast. Just imagine and see 2 billion Hindus are living across the globe. It's only Kailasa that is uniting all of us. And we have that power. Suddenly 2 billion people, if we suddenly just say that we want to stop meat industry now, it is going to really have the impact. It is going to seriously impact the world, seriously bring a change to the world. It is possible by you, it is possible by me, it is possible by all of us. And if you have already cast your vote, take a moment now, go and share this with all your friends and family and all the people you know, you don't know, everybody. Because all of our voices together is what is going to bring the change, bring the shift. It is in your hands. It's just at your fingertips. You can change it. When you see this video and you feel, when you're just listening to us and you're feeling bad that, God, I never knew all these. I never wanted to kill the turtles. I never even imagined that I'm killing the oceans. Understand? Ocean dead zones are a real thing. You can just Google and see where huge parts of the ocean is out of oxygen. There is no oxygen in them, so not a single marine animal can live there. It's really, really dangerous. It is going on. Even now, it is continuing. Understand, these shocking facts are after we knowing that 90% of the oceans are still remain unexplored. So even to what we know, if this is the damage that has already been done, just imagine and see what the actual damage is. One side, we are polluting the planet using plastic. One more side, the industrialization. And huge contributor than any other industrialization or anything is the meat industry. So you have the power to stop this right now. It's just in your fingertips. I'm seeing many of you have already gone and started the voting. It is amazing that so many of you are making the right choice. I'm still seeing some of you are also going and voting for having non-vegetarian diet to still be a part of your diet. It's your personal choice. It's your opinion. But I just want to let all of you know, let us make responsible decisions. All of you, I really urge all of you to go and share this right now with all your friends and family. You can also tweet your opinions using the hashtag Hindu votes are sacred. I'm seeing Kavan West has tweeted using this hashtag Hindu votes are sacred. A time and place calls to each in which way they will learn the lessons of life and death. What we see in the world is silver-lined reflection of our complacency. The knitting pattern of Kalpa, the energy that grips this frame, is the same that fed sweets on sweet days. Hashtag Hindu votes are sacred. Understand? Okay, I'm still seeing more and more of your tweeting. Anandan Balasubramanyamaya has tweeted. He has tweeted the link, and he has also tweeted with hashtag Hindu votes are sacred. Great. It's so nice to know that still all of us who are really caring for the environment are active to understand. It is not that the whole planet is getting destroyed because bad people are more. No. There are so many good people who are not being active. That is the crime we are doing. The crime that we are doing is by not being active. Let us all go now. The opportunity is there right now. Just in front of us. All of us have this amazing opportunity. His Divine Holiness has given us this opportunity to take the responsible action, to make the responsible decision. It is in our hands. It's actually in our fingertips. All you need to do is just go and cast your vote now. We have a small video for all of you to watch.
The Mediterranean Sea is the most overexploited ocean of the world. Over 800,000 tons of fish are caught every year. Decades of excessive fishing and the use of destructive catching devices have resulted in severe habitat degradation and an unimaginable decline of marine wildlife. Today, nearly 80% of the Mediterranean sea life is overfished. The Mediterranean is also a hotspot for illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing activities. Vessels engaged in so-called IUU fishing use illegal fishing gear and do not comply with regulations regarding quotas, seasonal fishing periods, areas of fishing, or prohibited species. This includes the use of long-band fishing techniques such as fish aggregating devices, or FADs, as well as drift nets, which were declared illegal by the European Community in 2002. Drift nets inflict such devastation to marine life that they earned the name walls of death. They can reach a depth of 35 meters, are up to 40 kilometers long, and can have a mesh size between 10 and 45 centimeters. Targeting mainly pelagic fish species like swordfish and tuna, this highly indiscriminate and wasteful fishing method has a high bycatch rate and threatens a large number of other species. In June 2019, Sea Shepherd launched Operation CISO-2, tackling the problem of illegal drift netting in the area of the Aeolian Islands, a UNESCO heritage site since 2000. In collaboration with the Italian maritime authorities, the MV Sam Simon has been patrolling, investigating and reporting fishing activities, helping to enforce the law and working around the clock to remove all illegal fishing devices that were located in the area. Having revealed evidence that illegal drift nets are still being used in the Tyrrhenian Sea, this campaign marks the beginning of a unique cooperation between Sea Shepherd and the Italian authorities to fight criminal fishing.
Understand, you have the power to stop this right now. Your vote is extremely powerful. We just have few more hours left before we have the voting results. Currently, the number of votes for option C is increasing, and you have the power to change it. Let's do it responsibly.
This is a huge opportunity for all of us, not just Hindus, but the whole of humanity. Whoever is watching this, if you are watching this and if you feel there is something that I can do, go now and vote at kailasa.org/voting-1. And please make sure, if you have already casted your vote, go ahead and share it to your friends and family. Give all of them an opportunity to become part of this happening. Give everyone an opportunity, because if all of us can voice, we will definitely lead a change. Swamiji, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, has taken the whole responsibility on himself to lead humanity to a change. If all of us, the 2 billion Hindus, join together, we can lead a huge change which is unimaginable, let alone leaving a better planet for our future generation, even for us to have a good place to stay, even for us to be able to survive, thrive. We need a safe planet. Oceans are dying, forests are getting destroyed. We can see many of you are starting to vote. Many of you are voting. Many of you are making choices, with majority of you waking up to so many facts that are being shared. And some of you are also making choice of having ritualistically, non-veg ritualistically, and having non-veg regularly. And some of you are also making choice for absolutely no non-veg at all. All of us are voting. And just remember, make a mature choice. Your vote, your one vote, is going to stop this hazardous crime that's directly killing our planet. A safe place for you, for me, for all of us to live is now being choked to extinction, choked to destruction, choked to death by the chronic capitalistic meat industry, for whom you and me are mere money vending machines. We are just consumers. And they do not care about the destruction that's happening to the planets, the destruction that's happening to the forests, the destruction that's happening to the oceans, the destruction that's happening to the whole world. Let's wake up.
Go and vote now. We are seeing so many of you have already gone and started voting. We have less than 24 hours that is remaining. Let us all make the responsible decision. It's just under your fingertips. It's under your fingertips. Right now, it's really, really simple that we need to do, but the impact is going to be huge. This is amazing. More of you are voting. The voting numbers are going high. This shows how many people care for the environment. This shows how many of us really, really want to protect planet Earth.
And also, we are seeing many of you are starting to tweet as well. We request each of you understand, ironically, many of us who are consuming meat, who are eating non-veg, or who are being a consumer from the meat, for the meat industries, we're all not even aware of how the food that is in your plate comes its way. Many of us are not even aware that what it takes for you to have one plate of meat, for you to have one meal of non-veg, for you to have one tasty meat, that is just a time pass meal for you many of the times. You do not know what it takes to bring you that plate of meat, how much of destruction it's costing, so much of destruction to planet Earth, to forests, to oceans, to the place, to the climate, to everything. We are not even aware. But if you choose to share, if you take a decision of sharing these facts to the others, to your friends, to your families, many of them will wake up to these facts. Understand, we are all not bad. Swamiji beautifully says we're all Paramashiva. We're all not bad. But unfortunately, these few chronic capitalistic meat industries that use cheap politics to hide these facts from us are using our ignorance as their strength. We don't need to wage a war to stop this, but merely just standing up and voicing is alone enough, because Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, has already taken this responsibility on himself to bring a change to the humanity. Each of you that are watching this, go and share with your friends and family now. I am sure that many of you that are wanting to see the change have a community, a group of friends who resonate with this. You might know many environmentalists. You might know many people who love animals. You might know many people who are wanting to become vegans. You might know many people that are choosing for an organic life. Go ahead and share with all of them. Spread the knowledge and awareness. Let's vote. Let's bring a change. We have less than 24 hours left.
All of us can continue sharing this. And now, get ready. Let us all prepare ourselves for the most awaited moment, which is having the darshan of Swamiji. Before we enter into the meditation, I really request all of you, I urge all of you, go and spread this. Spread this. Just share this link and spread this. So many people just in the last half an hour, so many of you, hundreds of you from different corners of the world are voting continuously and sharing this continuously. This shows our strength. Understand, together, all of us can bring a huge change. So please continue sharing and let us all now enter into the meditation. Please sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Close your eyes. Breathe in and breathe out deeply and slowly. Start chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, intensely, and prepare yourself for having the darshan of the avatar.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda
Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे 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 ईक्षणात्रयविध्वंसं गुणावस्थाविवर्जितं सर्वदेवं सर्वमदं 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 नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे सर्वकर्तृत्वभोक्तृत्व नियन्तृत्व विवर्जितं सकलागमसंवेद्यं 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 नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे सृष्टिस्थितिलयाधारं गुणागुणविवर्जितं सर्वचैतन्यसम्पूर्णं 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 नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे नित्यानन्दं निर्विकारं ज्ञानभावानुबोधकं सदालम्बं नित्यदृप्तं 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 नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे संसारसागरोद्धारं योगिहृद्पद्ममन्दिरं महाभावं शुद्धचित्तं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे संसारसागरोद्धारं योगिहृद्पद्ममन्दिरं महाभावं शुद्धचित्तं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे संसारसागरोद्धारं योगिहृद्पद्ममन्दिरं
समारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम्
Vande Guru Paramparam. I welcome you all with my love and respect. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangi, Shri Mahans, Mahans, Tanidar Kotari, visitors, viewers, de facto Kailashians, Sarvanyapita Yajamans, Kartas, all the living and practicing Hindus. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. Light the powerful cognitions constantly in your life and make sure you are courageous to go after the powerful cognitions, to go behind the powerful cognitions, to follow the powerful cognitions. Ferociously. This is the Deepavali message and blessings. Awaken the powerful cognitions in your heart and be ferocious to go along with the powerful cognitions and manifest all the auspiciousness in your life. This is my message and my blessings. Let all the people who are celebrating Deepavali experience powerful cognitions awakening in your inner space and manifest all the auspiciousness, the best life you want, and the best life Paramashiva wants for you. Let both manifest beautifully in all of us, is my blessings. Deepavali Utsavams, Deepavali celebrations have begun all over the world. Blessings to all the Hindus, de facto Kailashians, living, born and practicing Hindus. For everyone and everyone who celebrates Deepavali, my blessings to all of you. Deepavali has a lot. From the time immemorial, Deepavali is the time Parashakti Mahakali appeared, manifested herself and made herself available to the universe. And then Narakasura was killed by Sri Krishna. Then Mahabali was sent to Batala. A long chain of auspicious events happened on Deepavali. And Deepavali is the day Devi Parvati completes her Kedara Gauri Vrata, which is my family deity, and the family in which I was born and brought up observes this Vrata, Kedara Gauri Vrata. My mother used to observe every year, and this auspicious day is very important in the history of Kailasa because in 2000 I had a great past. After that great past, see, multiple times in my life that great past has happened. Great past means I just get sucked into Kailasa and get updated or upgraded. Whatever new softwares needed gets inserted. Once the being is ready, then again it starts manifesting in this body. I've had many great passes in my life. One of the great pass happened in my life in 2000. After that great pass, I settled on Deepavali day in the body. So, too many wonderful things have happened on Deepavali day. We have so many things to remember on Deepavali day. Deepavali is too auspicious, too important for all the Hindus, of course, for all human beings. And Deepavali is the day the present Los Angeles temple was inaugurated. I wanted all of you to notice Kailasa in Los Angeles started in 2003 itself. 2003, first I came to Kailasa, the Los Angeles, and that time itself the Kailasa started. Revival of the Kailasa in Los Angeles started. The present temple in Montclair, that temple, if you translate the word Montclair in Spanish, it comes as Arunachala, light hill. If you want, go on Google and see. The Montclair, I Googled and saw the light hill, hill of light, Arunachala. So the Montclair, the present temple started on Deepavali day. Now I think it is 13 years over. In 2007, I think we started the Montclair temple. And on Deepavali day, we have started many other temples and ashrams also. Usually, I have the habit of inaugurating new ashrams, temples on April 14th, the solar Vedic calendar as per the solar system, because I am from the Surya Vamsa. So the solar calendar, New Year, we used to follow on that day, and also the Deepavali day, we used to inaugurate ashrams. So on this Deepavali day, we have started many other ashrams also. So all of them will be celebrating the anniversary tomorrow. The Deepavali celebrations have started everywhere. I came to Satsang
to wish Deepavali greetings to all of you. Give my Deepavali greetings to all of you on the auspicious occasion of Deepavali. As living representative of Paramashiva, living manifestation of Paramashiva, I bless you all and the whole world, everyone, be blissful with all the auspiciousness, be blissful. தீபாவளி நன்னாளில், இந்த இனிமையான தீபாவளி திருநாளில் பரமசிவனின் வாழும் வாரிசாக எனக்குள் இருந்து வெளிப்படும் பரமசிவத்தன்மை, பரமசிவ சக்தி உங்கள் எல்லோரையும் எல்லா விதத்திலும் ஆனந்தத்துடனும் எல்லா நன்மைகளுடனும் மங்களமாக இனிமையாக வாழ வைக்கட்டும் என்று ஆசீர்வதிக்கின்றேன். எல்லோருக்கும் தீபாவளி திருநாள் நல்வாழ்த்துக்கள். பரமசிவ பரம்பொருள் நம் எல்லோருக்கும் எல்லா நன்மையையும் அளித்து வாழ்க்கையை மங்களமாக்கிட பரமசிவ பரம்பொருளை பிரார்த்திக்கின்றேன். பரமசிவ பரம்பொருளின் வாழும் வாரிசாக உங்கள் எல்லோரையும் ஆசீர்வதிக்கவும் செய்கின்றேன். आज दीपावली से दीपावली के शुभ अवसर पर आप सभी को और सारे विश्व को मेरा पूर्ण आशीर्वाद. ഇന്നു ദീപാവലിയുടെ മംഗള ദിനത്തിൽ നിങ്ങൾ എല്ലാവർക്കും ഈ സമസ്ത ലോകത്തിനും എൻ്റെ ഹൃദയം നിറഞ്ഞ അനുഗ്രഹങ്ങൾ ആനന്ദമായിരിക്കൂ. आज दीपावलीर पवित्र उत्सवे আমি তোমাদের সবাইকে এবং সারা বিশ্বকে আমার হৃদয় থেকে আশীর্বাদ করি। আনন্দময় হও। दिनेश प्रियासनी वेज प्रिलेस तोस्ती दीपावली जी जलेहो दृदका जहनाम वास तेत ची आ तेली स्वेत बुदे ब्लासेनी Vandag of the wheel belovende Jelegen heit van Deepavali met hil mijn hart zegen ik Julie allemal ende hele wereld en iedereen wies gelukkig. இந்த தீபாவளி திருநாள்தான் ஆனந்தமாக இருங்கள் எனும் இறுதியான அறுதியான ஞான ஆசீர்வாத மகா மந்திரம் எனக்குள் மலர்ந்த திருநாள். உலகமெங்கிலும் எல்லோரும் இந்த இனிய தீபாவளி திருநாளில் எல்லா நலமும் வளமும் பெற்று ஆல்போல் தழைத்து அருகுபோல் வேரூன்றி மூங்கில் போல் சுற்றம் சூழ வாழையடி வாழையென 16 பெற்று பெருவாழ்வு வாழ்வீர்களாக ஆனந்தமாக இருங்கள் என்று ஆசீர்வதிக்கின்றேன். This is the auspicious day that ஆனந்தமாக இருங்கள், that word be blissful in Tamil manifested in my system as the blessing. We will also be celebrating that day of blessing. ஆனந்தமாக இருங்கள் with Kali Puja in all our Sarvanya Pitas. All Sarvanya Pitas will be celebrating Kali Puja. I have some more languages in which I wanted to give my Deepavali blessings. भोजपुरी. आज दीपावली के शुभ अवसर पर हम अपना संपूर्ण हृदय से आप सभी लोग और समस्त संसार के लोगों के आशीर्वाद देवात्बानी आनंदमय रहें. Selamat Hari Deepavali. For all the devotees in Malaysia, Selamat Hari Deepavali. And all the disciples in the Spanish world, Hoy la auspiciosa ocasión de Deepavali, con todo mi corazón las bendigo a todos y al mundo entero y a todos be blissful. All the devotees in Chinese world, Jintian, Zai Xiang, Depai, Dengji, Ozen, Chengde, Zuhu, Quan, Shiji, Deme, Ije Ren, Zuda, Jiak Xiao. All the disciples in the Polish world, blessings. Zia, Ziziaj, Zi, Okazji, Pomizinej, Okazji, Deepavali, Zikalago, Zarko, Blagoslavi, was Z Kich Kaliziat, I Z Zikchi, Bastik, Deepavali. All the devotees, all the devotees in the Kannada world, in Karnataka, and all over the world, my blessings. ಇಂದು ದೀಪಾವಳಿಯ ಶುಭ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೃದಯಾಲದಿಂದ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲನೂ ಇಡೀ ಜಗತ್ತನ್ನು ಮತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ಆಶೀರ್ವದಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಆನಂದವಾಗಿರಿ. Came to give blessings in all the languages, all the devotees, disciples, practicing, living Hindus all over the world. I think I have some 50 languages. Devotees from all over the world. So I'll be reading out one by one. The Hindu diaspora all over the world has more than 50 languages. Of course, I'm giving the major international languages. All the devotees from the Marathi world, आज दीपावलीच्या या शुभ मुहूर्तावर मनापासून मी तुम्हाला संपूर्ण जगाला आणि सर्वांना आशीर्वाद देतो. आनंदित व्हा. All the disciples in Italian world, blessings. Oggi nel giorno di buon auspicio di Diwali con tutto il mio cuore benedicio ciascuno di voi e tutto il mondo siate benedetti. So we're having Annakuta festival tomorrow, where thousands and thousands of sweets and savories, food offerings will be offered all over the world in all our temples. Maybe 100,000 items are going to be offered tomorrow first time. The devotees have organized for 20,000, but I heard it has already crossed. It's going to be 100,000 offerings. And after the Nivedyam is done, the prasadam will be distributed to all the devotees, disciples, visitors, and everyone all over the world. 100,000 sweets, savories, edible items will be offered as Annakut festival, Annakuta Utsava tomorrow. All the devotees from Sek, blessings, Dnes, praise, Libne, Prileshitoski, Deepavali Zileho, Sarts, Jayanam, Vamshen a Telemu, Svetu, Buche, Blashani.
नित्यं ध्यानम् आनन्दम्
नित्यं ध्यानम् आनन्दम्
नित्यं ध्यानम् आनन्दम्
ஆயுள்தனை தாண்டி ஆன்மாவை உணர்த்தும் நித்தியம் தியானம் ஆனந்தம்
ஆயுள்தனை
All the devotees from the German world said Glückselig. Blessings to all of you. Said Glückselig.
नित्यं ध्यानम् आनन्दम्
Day, multiple auspicious, beautiful happenings happened in Hindu tradition. Our Puranas record. I want all of you to know Hindu Puranas are not mythology. It is history, at least in one place in the world. I wanted the Hindu Puranas to be called as history, not mythology. That is the reason I created the Kailasa. In Kailasa, Hindu Puranas are history, not mythology. Even the neo-Hindus, the neo-Hindutva Hindus, don't believe Puranas are history. Even they believe Puranas are mythology, some ideological, philosophical representation done and presented in a poetic storytelling way. Hey, you can't find more honest historian than Vyasa. You can't find more sincere media person than Narada. It's a absolute history, authentic history as it happened. No poetry mixture, no exaggeration. Hindus don't need to exaggerate. They had enough glory. Even if they just went down as it happened, they have enough glory. There is no need for them to exaggerate. Only when you don't have, you need to exaggerate. Hindus had enough, so they don't need to exaggerate. Blessings to all the devotees from the Dutch world. Vandag, Obde, Wiel, Belovende, Jelejen Heid, Van Deepavali met Hil Mijnhart, Zegen ik Julie Alemal, Ende Hele, Wereld en Aedrin Wies Gelukig. All the devotees from Telugu world, Andhra, Telangana and USA, all over the world, Telugu world, my blessings to all of you. ఈ రోజు దీపావళి శుభ సందర్భంగా నా హృదయపూర్వకంగా మీ అంతరిని, ప్రపంచం మొత్తాన్ని మరియు ప్రతి ఒక్కరిని ఆశీర్వదిస్తున్నాను. ఆనందంగా ఉండండి. ఆశీర్వదిస్తున్నాను. ఆనందంగా ఉండండి. All the devotees from the Oriya world, आजी यही दीपावली रा शुभ अवसर रे तुम समस्तान को ओ पूरा विश्व को मोरा हृदयरु अनेक आशीर्वाद. Blessings to all of you. All the devotees from French world, blessings. Ajord hui al occasion propose de Deepavali day tout mon coeur je os benis daus et le mande entier yet tout le mande zoes yorex. Devotees from Kiswahili, blessings. Navatakya Kilala Kerihi Deepavali. Devotees from Somalia, Kir Ayan Idir Rejaye Manta Deepavali. Blessings. Devotees from Norway, blessings to all of you. I dag, pardon, like bring jende, unled ninjen Deepavali, well signer, jegdere, ale og, hele verden, av hele mit, erte, where, like.
ധ്യാനം ആനന്ദം നിത്യം ധ്യാനം ആനന്ദം നിത്യാനന്ദം ആനന്ദം.
So, almost every class, every satsang, from the time I started my classes and satsangs, I'll talk about some issues related to Hinduism, socially, politically, morally, and ask people to vote, ask people to give their opinions and concerns and concurrences to the Hindu voting system, which is there from time immemorial and which is documented as Anupava Mandapa in Veerashaivite tradition, in Kannada literatures, and which used to happen in Kumbh Melas. I have revived last 26 years of my public life from the time I am coronated. I have revived that tradition. Now we are making it more organized, digital, and making it available to the whole world. So the Hindu votes are sacred. This tradition is from time immemorial. Hinduism is the most authentic, real democratic tradition. It is greater science and greater democracy. The truths are revealed uncompromisingly in a greater science way, and people are asked to apply. In the application methodology, people's opinions are considered and they have been asked to vote to come to a consensus. So, tomorrow we will be having the result of Hindu votes are sacred for vegetarian or non-vegetarian food. So all the devotees from the Sanskrit world, my blessings. Vishvesmin vidya manebhyaha sarvebhyaha sanatana hainda vebhyaha shubha Deepavali dine adya mama purana ashirvadaha. Devotees from Ethiopia world, blessings. Gaya Deepavali Gari. Devotees from Swedish world, blessings. Idag with det lovende till fayele for Deepavali avhele mit jarta jag onskar alla och hela världen var lycklig. Devotees from Gujarati world, in Gujarat, Saurashtra and USA, all over the world. Blessings to all of you. Ajna Deepavali na Shubh Prasange Mara Hridayadi Hu A Duniyama Badane Kub Kub Tabej Chavo Apuchu Bada Sukiraho.
ஆனந்த அனுபவங்கள் நாம் பெற்றதை பிறர் கலித்தாலோ நித்யானந்தம்
Blessings to everyone in the Croatian world. Danas u povodu Deepavali svim trzim dajem blagoslov zvimavama aizielum svijetu budite blagoslov lijeni.
ധ്യാനം ആനന്ദം வள்ளி புதிதாய் புலர்ந்தது வெள்ளி தமிழ் தாய் தந்த புதல்வன் தவமணியாக வந்த அழகன் கூத்தனை போலவே ஆட்டம் கூடிடும் இதை கண்டு கூட்டம் கூத்தனை போலவே ஆட்டம் கூடிடும் இதை கண்டு கூட்டம் பார்த்தவர் யார்
World Nimat Ale Alyaum Deepavali. Nimat Alyaum Deepavali. Blessings.
தாய் தந்த புதல்வன் தவமணியாக வந்த அழகன் கண்ணனை போலவே சிரிப்பு கண்களில் ஆனந்த களிப்பு கண்ணனை போலவே சிரிப்பு கண்களில் ஆனந்த களிப்பு சொல்லில் ஒளிப்பது குழலே சூழ்வோம் மந்தையாய் நாமே சொல்லில் ஒளிப்பது குழலே சூழ்வோம் மந்தையாய் நாமே தமிழ் தாய் தந்த புதல்வன் தவமணியாக வந்த அழகன்
Right. I think almost all languages are done. There may be few coming. I'll bless in those languages maybe in the further satsangs. Let's all get ready for Deepavali celebrations. I know all the ashrams, temples are busy preparing for Annakut. 100,000 items are going to be offered, and let's do all the votings. If you have not done voting for vegetarian or non-vegetarian food, please vote it. Hindu oats are sacred and Hindu oats matter. So let's start. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam, the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailas of Paramashiva, Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
श्रीकैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्रीमीनाक्षिसुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्ररत्न कुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्रीपार्वतीस्तन्यपानलब्धदिव्यज्ञान विश्रुतसकलनिगमागमसारभूतद्राविडवेदप्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत्परमशिवकरुणासमधिगतमुक्तामयचतुरश्रयान् गीयमानछत्रचामर श्रीचिह्नकाहलादिसमस्तबिरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञानविज्ञानचक्रवर्ती सर्वजनसङ्घसद्यो निर्वाणदीक्षाव्ययापवर्गवर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमतकलभकेसरी शैवसिद्धान्तस्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराजपाण्ड्यमहाराजगुरु क्षपणशाक्यादिमहान्धकारनिवारणज्ञानभानु वीक्षणानर्हार्हध्वजोच्छेदनपूर्वक श्रीमद्वृषभध्वजस्थापक शैवसमयकर्त्रे सर्वज्ञपीठारूढ श्रीजगद्गुरु श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धदेशिकस्वामि वागीशसुन्दरमाणिक्यवाचकस्वामिनाम् अवतारभूत श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धस्वामि पुनरुद्धृत श्यामलापीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ 93 गुरुमहासन्निधान अरुणगिरियोगीश्वर परम्परागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञपीठ गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत काञ्ची कैलास सर्वज्ञपीठ 33 गुरुमहासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्यमङ्गल नित्यकल्याण नित्यरजित कैलास परम्परागत आदिकैलास नित्यानन्दपीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठकर्तः साक्षात् श्रीपरमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परम्परागत वैवस्वतमनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चन्द्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचन्द्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ति परम्परागत 64 योगिनी मण्डित 64 सम्प्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञपीठसुराङ्गि साम्राज्यमूर्धाभिषिक्तचूडामणे साक्षात् श्रीपरमशिव समुद्भूत कपिलमहागुरुपुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणिपीठ अष्टोत्तरसहस्र श्रीमहामण्डलेश्वर साक्षात् श्रीपरमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्तगणनायक श्रीमहागणपतिसमारम्भ अनवच्छिन्नपीठाधीश्वर गुरुपरम्परा प्राप्त अटलपीठ अष्टोत्तरसहस्र श्री अटलपीठाधीश्वर धर्ममुक्तिस्वर्गपुरस्वर्णपीठ त्रयोविंश गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलासपरम्परागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ जगद्गुरु अत्रागत्य परिपाल्य च अस्मान् विज्ञानवितरणेन विजयी भव जय जय।
If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you and make you interested in enlightenment science. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are. Because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.